long, hopefully this time, because I just wanted to do some update about my vacation I had been, because it's the last day now, and then I'm gonna have to wait for a while before we're gonna take next bigger one. That's gonna be first in September, October, around that time. So I'm gonna see if someone will turn up, and I'm gonna talk a little about the vacation I already been through. And it's 9 day off, but it didn't start that well because I had a very depressed mood when I went off my job because of what happened just before. And it also means that I have to work later shift together with two others that were used to start earlier. And there were things I was saying that I think that my closest boss on the floor should actually don't even bother to let people talk about when it came. Like, I have to have my special time of breaks because I need to go and eat much more closer in time compared with others. And someone had complained that we are some that had different breaks. The other had because it started earlier than most of the others. And I had because I had done my gastric bypass. So I need to go and eat certain times. And I thought that was stupid that he didn't even say something towards that bit. So that made me very sad. And he used other things that he also know why the situation is like that, and he knows that I'm a good worker and everything like that, but he sounded like I should be like a superstar that went in problem because other people didn't get the same thing. So I think that's just ridiculous, because those people that probably have been doing those complaints to us other three that actually do more than the other do together. So they probably just do not complain because they want to have better times or whatever, but they don't realize how much more we are doing. And we're gonna see what's happened. I don't know what's gonna happen now when I'm back because I haven't been on any off that long, and it's still vacation time. A lot of people go on vacation, and I still don't think anyone has started to watch this live either. So we have to see if someone turns up. And so I just want to talk a little about how my vacation has been, and we haven't done as much as what I was hoping for, and I think it's because of the financial aspect too, because everything is so expensive and we don't have that much money over, especially when we try to save up for other things that come a little later this year. And we did start the vacation with actually gone down to town was one of the things, and we needed to go and watch a little prices for tickets and see if we can get them a little cheaper. We actually got a good price and everything's ordered. So now we have tickets for our UK trip, and that's why we couldn't spend that much money during the vacation either, even if it's just 9 days. But the best thing of all, we're now gonna go over to UK. Trevor haven't been home for over 6 years because a lot of things came in between, and it was COVID 2 years, and then it was other things. He got his cancer, I got my surgery, and so on. So it's a lot of things that come in between. So before there was time to actually try to get over, and his mom is not getting directly younger either. So we thought now it's time, and I thought the best time to go over, because he missed his big birthday because of everything. So as I said, we travel a little later this year instead, when not everybody else have vacation, and we go whilst you have your birthday. And that means that we're gonna meet up with some friends, at least in Wales. If someone wonder where we're going, I'm gonna see who's this. Hello, hello. I wonder where we're going in UK is northwest, because Trevor is from northwest. He's a little bit above Blackpool on the west coast. So I come from a town that is called Fleetwood. So that's the place we're gonna go. I don't really know exactly what we're gonna do more. I know we're going down to Wales at least for 1 day, so we have to see. And then we just play by ears, I guess. Maybe go to Whitby or something. But anyway, it's gonna be so nice to travel away for first time for so many years. So really looking forward to it. And what did we do more? We did also visit thrift shops. But Trevor thought I was meaning one of the usual ones, but I said to him, no, it's not this one. We are going to one that we've never been to before because I needed to go through my things in the basement because I realized if I'm gonna meet things in between, Trevor think I have so much things already since before, and a lot is stored in the basement. So I was saying, okay, we go through things and we go there and see what we can give away first. So we don't just pack things and then come and say we're not gonna take it. So we went down there and went to this place, and it was amazing. I have done a video with what I found at that place too, because I did actually buy something from that too. And yeah, it was a big place. Uh, Everybody that works there were that I was talking to was very sweet people and everything like that. And it was a lot of people. If you needed help, there were people everywhere. And the price was, I was surprised. It was very cheap in that shop, but not like the other ones. So I was surprised. I said, this is what thrift shopping is all about. It should be a bargain. It should be if you don't have that much money or something, you can go there and buy at least good things and not just something that looks like garbage and are overpriced too, especially when you compare what you can pay for things when they're brand new. So I actually bought something. I'm not gonna say what exactly I bought because it's coming on the video that is coming up next week. So it's better you watch that one instead. So at least I could find out what I could give. So we went home, went through all the stuff in the basement, and I had a lot of boxes we went over and gave to that place. I hope that they're gonna get money for it, so it goes to something good. I know they collect things for towards children in different parts of the world, like the other one that I usually give my clothes for that I don't gonna use. So I'm gonna do even more things upstairs, declutter and that type of thing. So that's gonna be amazing too to see what more I can get rid of and get a little more place for other stuff instead, and maybe meet Trevor's force. I don't want to have like he wants. He can have big holes and gaps in shelves and that with nothing in. I don't want to have that because it don't feel like a home. It feels like an institution or something. So I said, you have to meet me on my part too. So we have to go somewhere in the middle. But he got his own shelves for his things and models and that type of things. And I'm gonna go through and declutter a lot of things that I can see what I can get rid of and maybe get it a little more easy to clean too. So because it's very boring to clean when you have too much in the shelves too, because it's so much that have to move around if it's gonna be clean. And what did we do more? We went to southern part of Sweden to a little place called Ängelholm, and we went to a military aircraft museum there, and it was not that big. We have been to 3 others here in Sweden too. One in Linköping, one in Gothenburg, and one outside Varberg, I think it is, but I don't remember exactly that village name. And they were much bigger than this place, but this place is run by people that are volunteers or something. It's like a little type of club or something that keep everything going. They almost lost everything during COVID, so they struggled very much financial and had to start a thing to get money towards it, and it was saved. And I'm very happy for it because it's a part of that flight history from that area, and the aircraft squad that was called F10 down there, because in Sweden we have different parts and not that many left, but I guess we have to get more because we're now in NATO. But it was interesting to see that actually they have the aircrafts that I really like too, and I could actually sit in Draken too, and that was amazing because I always dreamt of being one of those. But different things comes in between and everything, and I know that I can't get in one when it's really up in the air, but that should be a dream come true if that should be possible. And we have been to Gothenburg twice. One day we went to do a little shopping and meet friends there that have a shop, an alternative shop called Grotica, and also go to the British shop because travel like to buy British food and that type of things. But that is also in the next video, so I'm not gonna tell so much about it. But it was actually really nice to get down there, and I really enjoyed that moment too. And to talk with my friend in the shop is awesome, and it's actually fun to see her reaction too when she see how much I have been changing in everything, because she don't see me that often, and on her I can really see what she's thinking directly, and she also says, "Oh my gosh, but you have if even your face start to change and that type of things." But I can still see you, but you're still so different, if you know what I mean. But different in a good way. And to be to the British shop is very nice too. I haven't met the other person that run that beauty, but the guy that have it, we always meet there, and he's very nice. He's from London original, and he's very fun to talk to. And he also asked how things were going and everything, and was happy that when we told that this year we actually now have tickets for going to UK, so that's great. So that was the most biggest news I have to tell you, that we actually have now planned for our trip to UK. So that's gonna be awesome. I'm not gonna go over when it's Whitby Gothic weekend in Whitby, but anyway, it's still UK, and I'm still gonna meet people there. But we have to see. Now it's time to start saving up for the money we need to have to spend there, but the rest is gonna be sorted. So the tickets are paid for the flights, so that's the best thing of all. And what did we do more now? It's blank in my head. Yeah, we went to Gothenburg another day too. Midsummer Eve, we went to Liseberg, and that is an amusement park with carousels and everything. And I see someone else is there. Good morning. It's afternoon here, so I guess I'm a little before because I'm living in Sweden, so it's not the same time zone. But yeah, we went to this place, and I didn't expect it to be so hot and that sunny. So we didn't directly go with anything. We just went there and had a nice time and took little food and that type of things. But it showed out that the food was a little bit too sweet for me. It was a waffle with different things on, even if I tried to get some things off. So it was still a little too sweet, so I got pain in my belly. And because I couldn't bring water directly with me, so I couldn't go on the carousel and that type of things. Because I didn't want to stand for at least 20-30 minutes and wait, and you know, I need to drink and eat in certain times too, so it's gonna be better another day when it's not that much people, a little cooler. Massachusetts. Sorry if I don't pronounce that right. I'm a little bad on pronouncing some names, but the US at least I know. I hope you have a great weekend over there too. So we have little overcast for the moment. It is hotter today compared with yesterday, because Midsummer Eve and Midsummer Day was totally the opposite. Midsummer Eve, very hot, very sunny. And then we got yesterday. Rain, 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 and cold, cold, cold. I was freezing, and it was humid. And I live in a part of Sweden that goes very humid. You closer to Gothenburg you are, you're more humid area. So in different seasons it can be very hard too, because especially in wintertime it's hard to dress for it, because it's still humid air compared with the rest of the country, especially when you compare with the north part that have a more dry air. So that you can take the cold much better. But we have had a great vacation, at least so far, because we didn't have to work and we didn't plan too much. We just played by the day and did some things, and I'll catch up with some TV series and that type of things. We have started to watch that new thing from Star Wars. I now forgot the title on that one. But it's interesting too. It's only 4 episodes so far, at least here, and it's on Disney Channel. So I thought it was great to watch that one too. Bold? I don't know. What do you mean by that? I know I got thin hair, but I'm lost a lot of hair when I did my gastric bypass. So that's fully normal. But I'm not rude, so I have to say that to other people. And I'm not going to anyone else and say they are bald or something else, especially not guys, young guys, So if you just want to be rude, you can go somewhere else. You don't have to be here. I haven't forced you. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure what I'm gonna talk about. I actually been a little bit creative too during this, because it's also gonna be in this video that comes next weekend, because I had to do some to the thing I bought, because it was just a piece of a jewelry. I bought a pendant, so I needed to do something more, and because it was a little more fancier type and in silver, so I thought I need to do something. So I actually did a necklace that I did some Viking knitting on when I used this aluminum wire, and it turned out very well. I already had started to have that in my mind when we were to this shop here in town. So I haven't been there for many years, because it took a long time before, because we have seen them on different markets, but it's not the same when you go into this witchy shop with all the crystals and tarot cards and you name it, everything that has to do with witchy type of things, and or that type of healing, and you know. Hello, Amanda. Yeah, so that was really nice to be there too. I didn't see the owner this time, and she is from Iceland, and she's very nice too to talk to. So it was two other people there, so but they were great people too. And just to get into the shop and see all the wonderful things they have, all different type of things that, depending on what you're interested of. And I had to really grab myself to get away from the tarot decks too, because it was something there that it was like it was calling me, and I was like, this is gonna be expensive if I'm gonna stay here, because there's so many beautiful cards. But I felt that something there wanted me. But I was thinking, no, I have already my tarot cards. So I don't know if you are into this type of things, but I am. But I don't do it to others. I only do it for myself. And the only person that have reading card for me is my friend that is a witch that lives in Stockholm. That is our capital town. But no one else have done that for me either. But I'm very fascinated on those type of things. So love it. So yeah, so we're gonna see what we're gonna do, and yeah, we're waiting for different things to come to, like TV series and that type of things, but everything seems to be delayed, and I'm not sure how it's gonna be with some of the new seasons either, like the Witcher, because the original Witcher that I liked is not gonna be in that one anymore, and I'm not sure it's gonna be just the same when they take someone else, because now you've seen the person that's been the Witcher, so how could it be just the same? It have to be a very good person to take over that part, because it's so important part of that TV series. Hello there, Dark Knight or Draglord. Yeah, so we're gonna see what we're gonna do. It's not that much, but yeah, now it's back to work and all that type of things, and that's a little sad. I wish I had a little more time to be off, but because we're planning on going later to UK, so we need to save up the days for that. So I didn't want to spend too much dates that type of way, so we have to see. But everything else goes well. I think I forgot to do a 9 months post-op surgery update, but it's not that much that has changed really. It's more like it has been a part of my life now, but it's still being changes. The weight is still dropping, but it's dropped very much slower. But I think there's other parts in my body now trying to catch up too. So I don't know where it's gonna end, but it doesn't matter. I'm satisfied where I am. So if it's not gonna be much more, it doesn't matter, because I feel much more healthier. Ah, did you like that picture then? I do have those strange hobbies sometimes and interest, and military aircraft, especially when it comes to Viggen, Draken, and JAS Gripen. That's my favorites, and that is Swedish military aircrafts. I've always been fascinated by them, but I can never be like someone taken from a Top Gun movie or something like that, because that's never gonna happen. And I did understand that very early too, and that was one dream as a kid too, because I couldn't be without glasses, and you need to have perfect sight too. I guess that's a good thing, but I never thought about that one, Iron Maiden and that type of things, when I'm sitting in an aircraft or standing in front of them. But yeah, I did enjoy that little museum too, even if you have better. If you come into Sweden sometimes and want to see a real good one, I should recommend that one in Linköping, because that's close to one of the army places too that is actually still running, and it's for free to go in there too, and it's very big, and you can see a little other stuff too, not just the military aircraft. You can actually see one of the aircrafts that was shot down by Russians, and it took very long time before they could even locate this one. They went missing, but finally there were some people that discovered this wreck, and they could actually get it up again from the bottom of the ocean, or what you should call it, where it was. So that was fascinating to see too, because they have like this in the basement part, they have the wreck in that type of mountain too, so you can go around it and check how it looked like when they found it, and how many pieces everything was in, and like that. And I do have other type of interest too. I do like animals, and I do like to follow things about great white sharks, for an example. And I'm really looking forward to see how it goes with Research, that is from US, that do all this research about great white sharks and other sharks. I know there is other organization in US too that do the same thing, or maybe work a little more different when it comes to tagging the sharks. But I know that Oceans are supposed to come to Europe, and specific go into the Mediterranean part to see if they can find the great white sharks that should or are supposed to be there. At least we know that they have tiger sharks and that type of things, because people have died in Egypt when they've been swimming, and it was latest last summer, I think it was, or something, when the last one was killed. White whales, yeah, probably. But I do know that they're gonna check in this, maybe in the part between France and Ireland too, the water there. And they think actually that it could be great white sharks there, because it was one not far away from France, or maybe even outside France, on that part that is towards UK. But it's still gonna be very hard to find it. But they think still that there are some routes that those sharks are swimming there. So, and I follow another one. I don't remember what his new YouTuber nick is. If it is Airborne Parrots or something, he changed it to, because he had another name before, but he started to get problem with that one. But he is very into sharks and other type of things too, not just sharks. But he do a lot of that type of things, and you can see him dive and everything like that. So it's very interesting. And I could recommend another channel from US, the Malibu artists, that do those incredible videos with the drones. You can see great white sharks, you can see whales, you can see orcas, you can see stingrays and whatever. Those are so fantastic, and you can actually see how close the sharks are to humans too. So even if people think it's dangerous with sharks, and some are terrified of them or think they shouldn't be there, you can see how many times they've been so close to human and nothing have happened. So I think it's more like a big almanac or something, or if the shark goes really hungry or something, it should be the same with us. If we go really hungry and don't have anything, of course we're gonna do a lot of stupid things to get something in our belly. Just watch those movies about those that crashed with an aircraft and had to start eat from the bodies of their friends to survive, because you never know. It's easy to say now, I shouldn't do that, But when you are in that situation, maybe that's the only thing they're gonna keep you alive. So you're gonna start doing that type of stuff too. So yeah, uh, I'm just rambling. And is there something more you all want to know or whatever? Because I'm not gonna be too long because it's closer to food time, and maybe want to watch something. I have already done the cooking for the week, so I don't have to stress with that type of things. But I think it's so boring. It was so nice to actually be on vacation and don't have to have every meal for the week ready to go, because I think it's so boring. I think it's so boring. But it's a little easier to be spontaneous, and I'm actually surprised that it went so well with everything with the drinking. Is some days been a little harder, but I had some other stuff with me, so it's still made it work. It's just the trip to UK that still make me a little worried. I'm gonna solve this because you have all these restrictions of what you can take with you or not can take with you, and maybe UK have their things too. So maybe I can't carry over all that type of things, because I know that in the shop we went to the British shop in Gothenburg. Trevor wanted to buy those pork pies, and now it wasn't available because of strict EU rules. So they're now working on to get them accepted so they can start import them to Sweden. But before that is done, it's not possible to get them over from UK to Sweden. We are going to the northwest part because that's where Trevor from. Just above Blackpool, you have a little town called Fleetwood, and that is just under Lancashire, there, where Sophie Lancaster were killed for being different for so many years, but they still have the foundation for. So, but I think it might be Birmingham we're going for to meet my friends in too, because I have friends in Wales, for example. So they suggested different parts, so we're gonna meet because all the areas is very big and it takes some time. So we're gonna see what we're gonna see. We're gonna meet up them in Wales first, and then we have to see what we're doing the other part of the time. But I don't want to plan too much, because else it's just gonna be stress. It's better to take it as it comes, and we have to play by ear and see how the weather turns out too. So who knows, maybe I'll meet more friends. Maybe I'll meet friends that is more from the northern part, or maybe even northeast. But I know we're flying to Manchester, but so that's the place we always go to when we travel to UK. So Manchester is the flight for, but we have to do a change on the way. But we got actually the change in the airport that I wanted to go to if we needed to do that. So it's gonna be in Copenhagen, that is in Denmark. I don't like to go up to Stockholm because I don't like that big airport up there, and I don't like the other routes either. So Copenhagen is for me. I wish that we had like a directly flight, but you can't always get what you want. So have you any plan to go to Birmingham then? Because and what are you interested of there? I know there's a lot of music and bands from there, so that could be one of the big goals too, to see those places, I guess. But no, I was hoping that I should have done a little more during the vacation, but I guess that Trevor also worked very hard, and it's been so much with everything going on. So, and like I said, the financial, you can't have everything. And Sweden is a little difficult, especially when the weather is not perfect, and you have to travel a lot if you're gonna get somewhere. And I think we said we're gonna save some time instead, because I know in July I cross my fingers for that weekend that the weather gonna be good, because then it's gonna be a very big medieval festival outside Kungälv, and that should be awesome. And it's in Bohusfästning, and they're gonna have tournaments and all type of different things. So that I'm really looking forward to. So cross fingers the weather is good. Black Sabbath. I guess you're gonna try to find those pictures with Ozzy Osbourne then, because if you following Grim Life Collective. They recently had a video from Birmingham, and when they were chasing those different wall paintings and that with Ozzy and the different places where Ozzy lived as a kid and that type of thing. Yeah, Scandinavia is very big too, so there's a lot of places to go to. I also wish that I could go up to north because I haven't been up in north for a very, very long time. And it should be interesting to see more from where my roots are because my roots is not from this part of southwestern Sweden because my dad moved down from here from north and my mother came from Finland, so that is a big thing. And when I go back to the heritage with the Sami in from my dad's side, and then we got some German blood from my mom's side too, so it's nothing that really attached me from for this part. It's just that we ended up here because they moved here because of work and that type of things. So yeah, so it should be fun to actually travel up, but that's also that thing, when are you going? Because I know it's not that bad up there when it comes to winter because they have dry air, so I know that since I was younger and a kid. But it's also that some of the things in Sweden are mainly during season type of things. So, but if you want to see the Northern Light, it's easy to see it winter times. Even if they say now this common year now it's gonna be even more. If you thought it was much this year, next year they said it's gonna be fantastic, and you can see it a long way down in Europe and everything if all the circumstances is right. I missed them this time. I was so sad that I missed it because we have very bad weather with lots of clouds and everything like that, so it's not gonna show up. Or I was sleeping when it finally came and the whole sky was exploding in different colors, and I was thinking, oh, for God's sake, not again. But I have caught Northern Light down here too, but it's much harder because you need to have everything fulfilled to even be able to see it. But I want to see it one day when everything is perfect. So, but at least I had a good time. I had vacation, so I can't really complain. And I need to drink a little. Sorry. It's just water, so it's nothing else. I'm very boring when it comes to drinking that type of things. It's only coffee with a little milk in or water most of the time. So I don't drink anything else. Alcohol I don't even want to try because it's so many things that can go wrong. Because when you have done this surgery, it's very easy to be addicted. You can actually be alcoholic very fast. Plus, the effect of the alcohol is much harder if you don't know how your body reacts, because you can seem already after just a little glass like I've been drinking the whole fucking evening. Oh, sorry for swearing, that's me. And I don't want to have that people think I have been drinking too much and I maybe just started to drink or something, or that I'm maybe ending up like an alcoholic, because that's very easy to be when you have done this surgery. There's so many that turns into that. So I'm not sure I want to risk that. And I'm not a smoker. I don't smoke. I don't use vape or something like that. I live more clean, that type of things. But of course I have my things too that maybe it's not perfect, but I try to at least be a little more healthier, especially now when I need to think about what I'm eating and that type of stuff, because I don't want to throw that away and get back all my other issues I had with my health, because I feel so much better in everything right now. So why should I do that? That's stupid. And if that means that I have to sacrifice other stuff, and I realized that too, if things are tasting too sweet, I don't want to have it anyway. Or if I try to eat them, if I think that it's not too sweet to eat, so my belly can still be a little upset and I can get some pain and that, and it's not really worth it. So it's the same if you eat a little too much, you can get pain and feel sick and that type of things too. So I'd rather not to, if I can. But sometimes you can react anyway, even if you have been careful and think you have done everything right. So you never know. You never know. But yeah. Yeah, coffee. At least one per day, a big mug with coffee. I do miss my cappuccino, but I'm not sure I want to take a risk for that because how a cappuccino looks like a lot of cream and all that type of stuff. So, but I should say that my biggest addiction right now is actually one of my healthier one that is counted like a meal. That is the protein shake I have from Valio, and they're not that big, but they are very creamy in the consistency. So they are thicker, they fill you up, and there's a lot of proteins in it. And they have at least 4 different flavors if you're lucky, even if 3 of them are different chocolate ones. One plain chocolate, one is with orange in it, and then I don't remember what type of berry they have in the third. And then you have a strawberry one, and I do love them. I hope they're gonna get even more type of flavors, but I should say after coffee, protein shake from Volio then, because I don't like the others in the same way. I did like a lot before, but they are not that creamy in the consistency, so they don't feel that thick and full in the taste either. So I guess I've been a little spoiled with having those from Value Run. So that is my biggest addiction to nowadays. Of course, protein, 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 because it's the most important for me. So, are you doing something fun today? I'm soon gonna do another meal, and a little later we're gonna have tacos because I love tacos, and I'm very happy that it works for my belly too. It's just that I can't eat as much with the things that goes with it, but at least I get my tacos, so I'm happy. And we're probably gonna watch something. I don't know if you watch a movie or something. We did watch the last episode of that new Star Wars thing that I forgot the name on. That is the new one. But else are following another TV series. It's called 9/11, and I do enjoy that one too. And we usually watch a lot of those programs about the murderers and that type of crime, true crimes, and you know. And it haven't been that much movies out right now, so we have to see what's coming up. Still waiting for some to be able to watch them and that type of thing. So, but yeah, else just take it easy. Be a little frustrated that I have to start later than normal, and I hope that it's just temporary. They said it shouldn't be, but you never know with my company because they have said that before earlier when they stopped having the earliest shift, and then they suddenly needed people for that one, and then we started to work that anyway. So we have to see. I don't know what's happening when I'm coming back, but I hope it's gonna be better. I hope it's not gonna be as stressed I've been before because it's been very bad at work, and some of them don't really see how much they stress some of us up because some people are getting away with not doing the work proper or work hard enough, or so everybody else have to cope to catch up with everything. And that's good. No, I'm not a nurse. Definitely not. But they have a stressful job too, so I admire people that work in that type of works too, and they are needed. But I'm not sure I should be able to be a nurse because they have to stand with a lot of different things that I don't have to. So at least this just be dirty from car parts. Even new car parts are dirty sometimes, so, and they're heavy. And you can't even believe sometimes when you're gonna pick up things when we do this inbound or variety type of stuff or whatever we're doing for the moment. So even a small little box can be heavy, very heavy, and you wonder what the heck have I put in this piece because it's so heavy. And sometimes we have to carry around with lots at the same time. So so I got my training at work at least, and a lot of walking that too. So I go easy between 10,000 to 20,000 steps depending on what I'm doing the day, and all the lifting with everything because it's everything from brake parts to big doors, wind screens, and that type of things you have to move around. So I'm not like that helpless little girl that don't gonna lift anything. So I know that I can do a lot of stuff too. So that's cool. But I wish that I could have a better job, so I didn't have to be that stressed and everything, and maybe have times that suited me a little better, because I don't want to work 7 to 4, especially when I know the traffic home gonna be really arsy, especially still for a year or something before they have changed the layout on the roads, because now they're doing roadworks too, so it's not gonna be even better, because then we have the roadworks too that affect all the traffic, and it's most people that finish run 4. So what stuff are we talking about? Stock. If you mean my work is car parts, it's only car parts, nothing more. From all type of different sizes. And it's for 2 different brands. So one is from France and one is from Asian brands. So I'm not gonna mention which type of brands because it doesn't matter. It's not the brand that I use anyway. So do you mean warehouse or something like that? Because yeah, it's different words and everything like that. But I work in a warehouse or a storage or whatever you call it, and it's not our own products. We're working towards different clients, so they have their things. We take care about them and see that they get it out. And if that's for private people or for other shops and that type of things around the world, so we are taking things in first and then we send it out. And for an example, when it comes to car parts, we're sending it out to different garages. It's that type of, it's not going directly to a private customer. It goes to a garage that works with the different car parts. Then autotile. Yeah, bildel in Swedish. So yeah, that's the thing. And now I think I start getting soon a little hungry, so I think I'm gonna say goodbye. But I promised to keep a little update because I wanted to share this, that we go into UK and that we actually have now the tickets for it. So that's awesome. So we're looking forward to that vacation because that's gonna be the best vacation this year at least. But it's not before September, October, so it's some month left before that. But else, I hope you have a great Sunday, and it's short for automobile, right? Uh, yeah, bil is automobile, so and del is part, del, car part. So that's the Swedish words. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stop here and wish you all a good day and hope you are well and stay safe, stay weird and be nice to each other. Love you all. Thanks for watching. Bye.